and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to do a hair transformation on my beautiful friend Darlena, and what we're gonna do today is we're gonna give her a fresh cut, and we're also gonna refresh her toner, and this is just gonna give her overall a new look. Her hair is gonna be more bouncy and full of life, and the best part is that I'm gonna record it and walk you guys through the entire process. So just stay tuned. Her hair, she has beautiful hair, by the way, very, very long. As you can see here, her ends are kind of dry. The color that she had before, the toner, was gray, and as you can see here, it is faded. Her root color is very dark. It's like a dark brown. She's like a natural level 4. And what we want to do today, we're not going to lighten, we're not going to use any bleach. We're just going to kind of refresh the ends by cutting them. I'm going to give her a layered cut, which to this length, it will give a lot of volume. And I am gonna tone her. I still haven't really thought of the combination that I'm gonna use, but I know I wanna make it a little more ashy. As you can see here, we do have some brassy tones already showing up. Okay, so fun fact, we are actually filming from my bedroom. So that's
in the middle of a snowstorm.
In the middle of a snowstorm. It's actually, we're snowed in today. So what better way to spend your snow day than to do something fun like this. Okay, so the first section we're gonna do from the top of the ear to the top of the other ear. So from ear to ear. Okay, so now that we have this top section, we're gonna just trim the very ends of this part. Trimming the bottom, just the ends, because we want to keep her hair very long. That's like, hello, inches. That's what we need. So now that I'm ready to make the cut, I'm gonna be using these super cute scissors that I got from my best friend as a gift. If I find something similar, I'll definitely link them. But these are so good. Like, it's so important for you to have like good professional scissors because the quality of the cut will definitely reflect that. So I'll try to link something similar, but these are the ones that I'm using. And they're so cute too. They have black and gold on it. Now that I have my hair sectioned and everything's completely smooth, I am sectioning it into 2 pieces. So my first piece, I am cutting off about a good 1.5 fingers. So I don't know if you can see there, but a good 1.5 fingers, or like about 1.5 inches, I should say, a finger. So right about this much of the length. This is the only thing we're cutting off the length. Okay, for this section, I'm cutting straight across. So no layers, just an even cut all throughout. So I'm just cutting the same length of 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Okay. And we are done with just her ends. This is going to be your insurance when you're doing layers, because this part of the hair you're not going to touch as much as you are going to touch the top. So no matter how much layers you give that person or yourself, you're not going to cut too much of the length. So I'm sectioning her off at the nape of the head. I'm careful here because she does have the hair a little bit tangled, but that is okay. That is part of the reason why we need to, you know, give her a fresh cut. These ends are probably just ready to be trimmed. Okay, so this is very important. This is where the magic happens. So, grab my scissors. So what we're gonna do is, from this part, this portion, so I'm dividing this section into 4. And the first section, instead of brushing it going down, so let me just demonstrate. Instead of brushing it down and cutting it this way, I'm gonna brush it, I'm gonna angle it to the side, and I'm gonna cut it this way, okay? So I'll be cutting it just straight up in that angle. This is what's gonna add the layers. And this much we're cutting. Now I'm gonna copy the technique on the other sections of this second section where I am combing the hair up and then just trimming. I'm using the first section that I cut as kind of like my sample, and as you notice, I'm only using that second section. The first section where I cut the hair straight, I am not touching at all. I'm just going based off the first section where I've combed the hair up, and I keep doing this all throughout. You want to make sure that you're checking your work, so you're grabbing part of the portion of the hair that it has already been cut and you're combining it with the new length. On the sides of the head, you can also kind of measure and make sure that they're even, and you can go ahead and add as much layers as you want, and you know that the length will still be long. Now that we've done that section, I'm going to do the two sections on the bottom. So we're just sectioning off the sides. Now that I have sectioned off the sides, I had her stand up in order to attempt to show the camera what I'm doing here. And the view is a little bit limited, but what I am doing is evening out her hair in the front with the hair that's in the back. So I am adding a little bit of layers to the front sides, but not too much. I don't want to compromise her length. I want to keep her hair very long. And here we're just cleaning up those ends. As you can see, the ends here are very thin, but we're still going to keep that length, and then we're going to add more layers to the top. On the other side, you can see better here how I'm taking some of the hair from the back that has already been cut, and this is what I'm using to measure where I'm gonna layer in the front, so that I can keep that length and still give her a little bit of layers and face framing pieces in the front. Right up top, and this is where we're gonna really layer her up because we want volume. Okay. So now that we've got this top part, I am brushing upward, and this is where I'm gonna do her top layers. This is gonna add a lot of volume once we dry it. So just brush all the way up, and exactly where you left off on the previous section, you're just following up there. So all of this is going. I continue the same technique. This top portion of the hair is what's really gonna make an effect and give her that layered look with a lot of volume. So I brush the hair straight upwards, and I also take hair from the section that I've cut and a little bit from the bottom as well, so that it's blended well. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just giving her that layered look that she's looking for. And you go around to the sides as well, and you just take a very small portion of that side along with the side that you're already working, and you even it out. And my camera actually stopped recording and I didn't notice, but here, this top section, I'm just continuing with that same technique. I'm grabbing the hair and brushing it all the way up and measuring with pieces of the hair that I have already cut, and that is just it. I am just adding more layers to the top of her head, and you're gonna start seeing that the bottom of her hair looks a lot longer than the top. And that's the idea here. We want to give a layered look. So the front section, the home stretch right here, we're going to just brush everything to the front, and we're going to layer kind of like a staircase, right? So we're at the bottom of the staircase and we're going up. Bye-bye hair. And She's very calm during this whole process, by the way. Okay. And look how dry that hair is. It's like peach fuzz is how dry it is. In this portion, I'm just making sure that everything is even and that I don't have some pieces that are drastically longer than others. So just make sure that you're checking your work, whether you're doing this on yourself or on someone else. The important part of a layered look is definitely the top portion, because that's what adds the volume. So if you have pieces that are way longer on top, then that's not going to give the same effect. So as you see, I'm taking pieces from a little bit further back in her section and evening it out with the front, still giving her the face framing pieces. And this is her layered look. We're not going to touch her bangs because we want them to still grow out. In the future, we want them to be curtain bangs. But for right now, this hair has been cut. And I wish you would see my floors. They're like full of hair now. Alright guys, so today I am going to be using the Redken toners. I'm going to be using the 70 shade in steel. I'm also going to be using the A&A shade Volcanic, and I'm going to be using a little bit of the violet as well. So we're hoping that this will take out her brassiness, and we're going to be mixing this with the Redken processing solution. So now that we have mixed up the Redken toner, I'm going to apply this to her ends. So some tips for when applying toner: just make sure that you're applying quickly all over the hair, or the piece of the hair where you want to have colored, because it will start working right away. Also, it works best on damp hair. So here you're gonna also see that I'm gonna spray her hair with a water bottle spray, because it blends so much better once the hair is damp. So from cutting it, her hair started drying out already. So adding water will definitely help blend better. And I'm applying the toner very quickly and just kind of massaging it into the hair. This applies for her hair because it's just the ends, and the top of her hair is already dark, so I'm not really worried about it looking patchy or anything like that. Now, if you have lighter hair and you're working with darker toners, you want to be careful, especially if you're doing like a root shadow. A very different technique applies there, but in this case, all I need to do is basically make sure that her hair is fully coated with this toner and that it is damp enough to kind of blend better. We're gonna let her, okay, I'm down here. We're gonna let her process, and then we're gonna be back in about another 25 minutes. Wash this out, let her process, wash it out, and then we'll be back with the blowout. Alright guys, so we have just finished washing off the toner, and now I'm gonna blow dry and show you guys what this looks like. I'm using today the Bumble & Bumble Invisible Oil Heat Protective Hair Primer, and this is amazing for all hair types, but especially for hair that is in need of some love and it's kind of like dry, especially curly hair, and it smells really good and it's perfect for blowout. All right guys, so here I'm giving her a blow dry and I'm using my round brush with my red turbo blow dryer. This is the technique that I use on my own hair as well as the hair of everyone whose hair I style, because I love the way that the hair comes out nice and smooth, and it also adds volume and bounce to the ends. If you'd like for me to share a video specifically on how I blow dry hair with much more detail, please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to do one. But for now, this is basically the technique that I use. Okay. And this is the end result. Wow. So, look at these beautiful layers. Look at the hair, how healthy it looks now. All right, so we like the hair to have volume. Fix the front right here so you can see it better. And wow, we got this really pretty. So this color, it's definitely a gray, but we do have like a pink undertone over it that I really love, and it's so subtle. It blends in with her hair beautifully. And I love it. I love it. I love the cut.
I'm in love.
I love the hair.
What a transformation. My hair feels and looks healthy and brand new.
So shiny. And color. Look how pretty it looks. Look at these beautiful layers that we've got going on. Her hair looks so much healthier. And okay, and let me just get the back view. And it's blended beautifully. Her layers are just gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'm gonna include some photos for you guys so you guys can see it too that way. But I am obsessed with this color. And like every single color that I put on someone, I want it to. Yes. Guys, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. And thank you so much to my beautiful model. If you like this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you can get alerts for all my new videos. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.